LJ has agreed to Leighton's proposal, and she's now brought into the engine by Miles. She gets to look around, and she finds out Mr. Wilson isn't in there at all, so she now goes back to first class, and her new job is to cause divide among the passengers. Further down the trail, the tail and first class are just working on their final preparations for the rebellion. After hearing the news, the Folgers now deem that the first class committee should be brought together so they can question Melanie, and Rue has no choice but to oblige. The committee decides they'd like to personally meet Mr. Wilson, and so the cracks now begin to open up. Because of this, security from further down the train is brought up to first class, which gives the rebellion time to move forward with their plan. Signals are now placed along the train, and from the medical centre in second class all the way down to the end of the tail, people are now preparing for war. Melanie's detained, but she manages to get a signal to the engine to lock down. However, there's division up there as well, as Have thinks it'd be better to let them in and tell them the truth, and so he opens the door up to security. Bennett sees this as a foolish choice though, so he knocks Have out of the engine, and he locks himself and Miles in. Root and Commander Grey now meet Have, and he reveals to them that Mr. Wilson is long dead. Unbeknownst to them though, third class and the tail are already storming through the end of the train. Eventually word makes up trains there's a rebellion, so it's now only a matter of time before they come to blows. Root goes to Melanie to find out why she got rid of Mr. Wilford, and Melanie reveals to him that Mr. Wilford never thought they could survive. He only wanted to spend the last of his days surrounded by rich and famous people, but Melanie wanted to save people, so when it came for them to depart she kicked him off. Leighton and Till are now confronted by Roach and the rest of the brakemen, and he tells them that he's been given orders to not let them pass. However, he's reluctant to have any blood spilt, and so he and the brakemen stand down. The tail have infiltrated the length of the train for this rebellion, and they've now made it to the drawers, so they can wake up their members taken in earlier offensives. However, something odd is up, as Strongboy is unable to speak, but after they take him out from the drawers, he comes out with fluent Mandarin. Commander Grey and his men are making their way down the train, but they're ambushed in the undercarriages, so they're forced to find another way. They end up making it all the way to the night car, but they're once again ambushed, this time by Leighton, and they have no choice but to make a stand. The fighting is bloody, but they eventually manage to break free from the encirclement, leaving Leighton and third class and the tail victorious. Pike is the only person left to be woken up from the drawers, but when they find his cell, he isn't there. Instead, he happens to be feasting up in first class, where he's become an informant to put the rebellion down.